Hey guys, let me tell you about the story of how I lost $30,000 on one of my first flips. So let's get into it. As you know, we're from Ohio. We buy and sell properties in Ohio. That's where we're most comfortable, right where we grow up. And one of my first flips, I found an opportunity in Philadelphia. I was looking out of state. I found a property that was going for $90,000 that I resold for $180,000. The estimated repairs were $30,000, but this is why I lost out on it. After buying the property for $90,000, the seller gave us a contact of a contractor that was local in the area, who he said he was good. So we went ahead and used this contractor. He was good at first, but he ended up taking a lot of time. And as time went on, his work wasn't as good. And he kept wanting more and more money up front when his work wasn't getting done. So we said, no, you're done. And he kind of just left, and we had to hire a new contractor. And then he kept calling us saying that he wanted more money, but we overpaid him for work that wasn't done. And he ended up coming to our house in the middle of the night and poking holes in all the cabinets. We went ahead and redid everything, hired a new contractor, fixed it up, had to put all more money in. And we ended up finding out that he has a felony, the old contractor that we used. And his felony was for stealing 2 flamingos in the middle of the night at a zoo. It was pretty strange finding this later on, and I wish I did a quick Google search before, but always do your due diligence, know who your contractors are, do a Google search on them. Search up their name, make sure they don't have any felonies or anything, and then you should be good to go. Make sure they show you some photos or have given you some recommendations that you can call of people that have used them before, because that's super important to use the right contractor. Moving back onto the property, we had to put an additional $30,000 after he destroyed some of our stuff in order to get the property fixed up. We were originally supposed to be in 120, we ended up being in $150,000. We still sold it for around $180,000, but we could have made significantly more money if we had used the right contractor. I'd recommend for your first couple flips to do them in your local area, because looking out of state when you're just starting off is a little too hard and confusing to know all the markets. So just get good at your own market and find properties that you know that have a lot of meat on the bone. Even if it's a fix and flip where you're like, I could put this much amount of money in and sell it for this, make sure it's like a lot more than you think you should put in, because there's a lot of issues that you could run in on the way to flipping. There's a lot of, once you start taking a wall down to put new pipes in, you could see underlying issues that have been there that you couldn't see without ripping the wall out. So there's always those unforeseen costs and miscellaneous fix-ups that you might come across. So just make sure you have enough meat on the bone and always include a miscellaneous cost or missed cost on top of your fix-up cost, your buying cost. And there's also a holding cost. When you're buying real estate and you're doing a fix and flip, you're going to be using utilities. You need to get insurance on it. You need to pay your property taxes. These are all your holding costs. Although you're not living in it, there's still holding costs associated with having the property. If it's less than 6 months that you're doing this fix and flip, you might not have to pay property taxes, just because it's usually you pay it every 6 months and they usually pay it at closing. I would recommend getting insurance though on your properties, because one of my friends, his house burnt down. If we had insurance on this property as well in Philadelphia, we could have done something about the contractor, but he escaped town after he did that and we never heard from him again. So that's all for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you like it.